Greetings. Today we visit Charlestown State Park, which is the site of a formerly popular resort, Fern Grove in Rose Island. The park is near the Indiana City of Charlestown. Charlestown, Indiana is about 9 miles northeast of Interstate 65 on Indiana State Road 62. Charlestown, Indiana draws its name from the man who surveyed the town when it was established in 1808, Charles Beggs. The new town was platted on 185 acres and was located within the 150,000-acre Clark grant. To spur development, the town's developers used proceeds from the sale of the first 30 lots sold to build community buildings around the 3 acres in the center that had been set aside for use as a town square. The strategy paid off as the new town grew quickly and was designated the county seat of Clark County in 1812. In 1809, the future first governor of the new state of Indiana, Jonathan Jennings, moved to the new town from Pennsylvania. The town remained the county seat until 1878, when the county government was moved to nearby Jeffersonville. The town's fortunes improved in 1940 when the United States government selected the town as a site for a plant to make smokeless gunpowder at the newly constructed Indiana ammunition plant. It swelled the population from 900 to 13,400, creating many problems for the town. This facility was abandoned in 1998. A portion of the property was given to the Indiana Department of Natural Resources to expand Charlestown State Park, and the remainder given to the Clark County Reuse Authority for use as a commerce center. The 1960s brought urban renewal to Charlestown, Indiana. The town has expanded, built new buildings and parks, and implemented other improvements. Charlestown State Park offers some fantastic hiking opportunities along the Ohio River and along pretty 14-mile creek. There are over 72 different species of birds that have been sighted here, including bald eagles and bluebirds. Charlestown State Park occupies a part of Indiana Army ammunition plant. Some of the abandoned facilities are still located in the park. The Indiana ammunition plant originated during World War II. Construction completed on May the 31st, 1942, with the production of ammunition beginning in April. The Indiana ammunition plant manufactured 3 types of ammunition at the plant. These were propellant charge bags, rocket propellant, and smokeless powder. The plant supplied materials for the war effort and later for the Korean War and other conflicts. All 3 plants ceased operation by 1992. The company ceded 4,500 acres of the property to the state of Indiana for use as a state park. Final demolition of the building took place in 2014. The park also contains the remnants of the Fern Grove and Rose Island resort sites. In 2011, the Portersville Bridge moved from Dubois County and allows visitors foot access to the old amusement park via Trails 3 and 7. Fern Grove and Rose Island resorts remnants include the old stone fountain, a retaining wall, and some stone steps from the hotel. The ticket booth that admitted people from the boat landing, and a few other relics of the past. The 2-span Portersville Bridge spanned the White River at Portersville, Indiana. The Vincennes Bridge Company built this bridge in 1912. A huge flood promptly inundated the bridge. Construction workers tore down the bridge and rebuilt it the following year. The workers built it 3 feet higher than it had been to avoid flooding. The bridge has been the scene of one wedding, Dot and Dimp Graves, who met on the bridge during its construction. The nuptials took place on July the 13th, 1913. The mailing address for Charlestown State Park is P.O. Box 38, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. The phone is 812-256-5600. The mapping address is 12500 Indiana State Road 62, Charlestown, Indiana 47001. There's a historical marker located at the entrance of the park that reads, Side 1, nearby is a site of popular Ohio River Regional Recreation Area known from the 1880s as Fern Grove. David Rose expanded facilities in 1923, including an amusement and a swimming pool, named it Rose Island. Major access was by car to Swinging Foot Bridge over creek and by steamboats on the river, closed after extensive damage from the 1937 flood. Side 2 reads, the peninsula at the confluence of 14-Mile Creek and the Ohio River near here was known as Fern Grove Island. Part of the Indiana ammunition plant circa 1940, included in Charlestown State Park, established 1993. The rugged and scenic area is rich in geological features, archaeological remnants, and habitat for wildlife. The rocky ridge that makes up the peninsula is called Devil's Backbone. I've researched and written just a little bit more about this marker. Located within Charlestown State Park, 14 Mile Creek is the site of a farmer amusement park called Fern Grove and Rose Island Resorts. The park was a popular destination in the 1920s and 1930s. Recreational use began as a place for church picnics and family reunions. Called Fern Grove because of the abundance of ferns that grew there, the Louisville and Jeffersonville Ferry Company purchased the property to increase its ferry business. Since the area was best accessed by water, people chartered the company's ferries to visit the island. The company thrived during the 1880s through the early 20th century as it utilized the area. In 1923, a man named David Rose purchased the facility and named it Rose Park. He spent $250,000 improving the property. He installed a zoo, pony rides, merry-go-round, Ferris wheel, roller coaster, shooting gallery, cafeteria, swimming pool, and rental boats. An impressive stone fountain graced the center of the resort. Water pumped from an aquifer 200 feet deep flowed over the mortared limestone fountain. Visitors could stay overnight at the Rose Island Hotel, enjoying the grand view of the river while basking in the cool river breeze. In reality, the park was not on an island but a peninsula that people could access only by steamboat, swinging footbridge, ferry, or steamboat. The park occupied 118 acres. Visitors could purchase steamboat tickets to travel to the park from Madison, Louisville, Jeffersonville, and other area towns. The park remained a popular destination until the 1937 flood covered the park with 10 feet of water. The park never recovered. The Indiana Army ammunition plant went into operation in 1941. Rose Park was on the property. Several buildings deteriorated due to disuse. The plant deactivated in 1983. The state of Indiana received the area in 1993 for a state park. You can find this and hundreds of other southeastern Indiana road trip destinations in my book, Southeast Indiana Road Trips. The book is part of a 9-volume series that provides fun road trip destinations for every county in Indiana. You can find the book on my website, www.mossyfeetbooks.com. There are links to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple, and other online booksellers. You can also order direct from me, the author. Upon request, I will sign the books purchased on the website. Residents of southeastern Indiana can also find all my books at the Walnut Street Variety Shop on George Street in downtown Batesville. Purchasing a book helps support my research and writing activities. If you visit the website and browse the many sample chapters for my 130-plus titles and still do not wish to purchase a book, there is a donation button on the site in which you may tip me in any amount you wish. I do add new content to the website frequently, that is, weekly. My 3 podcasts are available there, as well as links to my YouTube page. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and thank you for listening.